we have to pay 28% taxes. So these kind of taxes we have to pay on the basis of product and manufacturing. So USA, because the earlier the political, the president of USA was
Joe Biden.
I forgot. Joe Biden, yes, Joe Biden. Now it's they. I mean, he lose their election, and now there is a Donald Trump, and he's a very that USA have a mindset, like they always try to show their power in front of the all countries in the world. They are trying to show the superior in the world. So always they try to do something unnecessary, acceptable things, like try to create war between two countries, try to create something, implement, try to make something committing and restriction, apply the restriction on the countries, like earlier Iran and that country Palestine, and support to the any, like one country and against the one country, like earlier Ukraine and Russia, they support the Ukraine and against the Russia, start fighting. They try to make start there is a kind, some companies making like a gun and weapons. They stuck there is a close the lock door and all, there is no use of that factory, but this they create the war and that company started, economy is growing now. Early
I
again,
think
after a year, Palestine and Israel, they fighting. They support the Israel against the Palestine, and their factory again reaching, economy is reaching more. Now they earlier, before 2 to 3 years ago, they apply restrictions on Afghanistan and Iran. You can't do any kind of experiment on the creating nuclear and something like. In Afghanistan, they send the military. They do some unnecessary things. But Afghanistanis people, they don't like to do that kind of thing. They against the thing. They go back. So that kind, they always in India, when the election was in 2020 second, the election was election with for Lok Sabha, like Lok Sabha election. Then they try to support the Rahul Gandhi, but that didn't work. But the same things, that work in the mall, that didn't work. That the effort, that practice is didn't work in the Bangladesh too. But that the trick they used in Bangladesh, that's work against the Mahbooba Mufti. No, sorry, what is the name? Mahbooba Mufti, I think.
yeah, Yusuf Yunus.
They support the, I think, what is the name? Yusuf,
Car company.
Yeah, Sheikh Hasina.
Sheikh
Yeah,
Hasina.
Sheikh Hasina. They against the Sheikh Hasina because Sheikh Hasina don't like to follow the rule and regulation of USA. I mean, they like. I mean, they have to follow. They're following, but the main thing is, there is a kind of thing that is, they wanted to create a base in the Bangladesh. They declined to create because India, Bangladesh is in favor of India, and India didn't allow to do anything. They requested to don't do. I will support the Bangladesh, and they agree with it, and that's why they declined, and they try to support the opposition party. And now opposition in the leader in the majority. Others, please mute yourself now, and your voice is not clear.
Therefore, I'm telling you, add just three people. If you add more than that, then it will be little bit complicated to control your room and your live stream. I told you before also.
Others,
Okay.
please mute. Otherwise, you can see
My
people are
question is,
speaking.
no, who can give from this tariff? Which country can give lots of advantage?
No, no. Let me come to the point on the tariff.
Mm.
These kind of incident, they always every years they create, but they are frustrated from all the things. So that's why they started to in because their economy. You can see their what why they are creating. You asking why? So the reason why is related to the all the story. the graph, if you see the graph of the development of all the countries economy, GDP, you can see the USA GDP is growing 4 point something, 4.5, let 4.5.
Yeah.
India, China, China is 4.8 now. India is 6.8 now. This is, I'm taking the three biggest countries GDP growth. First is USA, 4 point something, China 4.8 now, and India 6.8 now. So they also wanted to increase their economy, because they don't have a good agricultural land, they don't have a kind of good things. So that growth of the economy is very less. That's why they are trying to uh, they are trying to enhance their economy GDP. They are trying to show superior. So they have a one option to implement like they expose the economy, try to make collect some more taxes from every countries on the goods and services. So that's why they increase the tariff. Tariff means
Exactly.
taxes.
Okay.
Tariff, which
Yeah.
you have to pay the taxes on the trade.
Okay.
So, that's why they implement like on India 26, Nepal 10%, and Bangladesh 40%, Sri Lanka 40%, Pakistan 36%, China more. I don't know, Pakistan 36,
125.
I think.
I think
China, China
125 or 146.
something like.
146 or 125. I don't know. Exactly 125 is there, but they are doing tit for tat. Like those two countries, the big economy from the China, like US, they are doing more
And
like
on
fighting.
China,
They are
it
fighting.
is like 40 or something like.
No, no,
So
China
that's why.
125. China,
No,
US sanction
no, no,
is nearly about.
China 125 taking tariff from USA,
Yeah,
USA products. I mean, we are not talking about China's tariff. We are talking about the USA's tariff and their mindset and what they are trying to do. So in that case, they are trying to when suppose India will go to the USA and say, please convince, please try to reduce that tariff. We are not be good in the effort and all the things. Please. So we will request like this. They want this. All the countries stand in front of like this. Please. So that's why they are trying to do that in front in with every countries, and they
like
try to show their power in front of all.
yeah, I think all the European countries and China and India can mix. And what is the value of US? Nothing. So if they are doing collaborated from these things, if it's the agenda of Donald Trump. No, this agenda is only from Donald Trump strategy. That's why there is no others like.
Exactly.
So that's why he's the only one person. But other leaders are just dumb. They are dumb. They are not dumb. They also do tariff in different US product. Of course, 100%. That's why they are engaging. European countries are engaging one side, China and Russia, and these Asian countries are engaged like Singapore, Hong Kong, like Vietnam. Okay, many countries are engaging in the process. But if US is doing that, they are not just see that. Okay, they also retaliate that. They also practically retaliate the what we can do for the US. So that's why. But
Hmm.
yeah, if China is implement to other country, it will be possible. But US in future, they definitely one day the China can overtake with US. One day it takes time.
So obvious,
Yeah, it takes
because
time.
China have a strength,
Mhm.
and that is mix good things,
Yeah.
and they have a technology. They have their own technology and some. So that's why. And the other thing is, China is don't China is not trying to show the superior. China is showing, I don't like you and I don't want to follow you. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't accept you are a superior. This is the meaning of China, because China never against India. China is never against Pakistan, never against Britain, USA, France, Russia. But why against USA? Because they don't like to accept you as a superpower, as a superior, as a, you are a no, you are not controller. You are just show the, your economy is good, you are doing well. That is another thing. But this is not the meaning that you are the you can overcome on us and you can rule on us and you will say anything and we will follow. No, I will not do it. These kind of ego have China. That's why they implement 125
But
percent tariff
America
on
showing
the US
different ego than
products.
the Chinese ego. America showing the different egos than the Chinese ego. So Chinese ego is for everyone, but American strategy is just for, oh, I want to be the top one. I want to be the top one. Nobody's can go, but in economic, in the superpower of military power, in everything. I want to be only the
Mhm.
top leader in the world. So
Yes,
that have the
yes.
mindset of that
Even
country. So
even even the measurement
Not a
of the
mindset.
GDP is
It's
also
like
not good. This is not the good way to measure the GDP. So that's why we are trying to focus on PPP. So in PPP, India is the third largest economy in the world. We have a 18 or 16 trillion economy of the in the world. Third largest economy in the world
yeah,
in PPP. But and it will India is also challenging for China, because India is the
but
way of developing of China. India, it is more superior, more powerful in the world. We are the number one country, developing country, and economic growth. In economic growth percentage rate is like earlier 7, now 6.8. It's a very it's a very high,
yeah.
double to the
good sign.
USA. It's
the
dual
growing
to the
the
USA.
growing ratio is too much high than the other in the other country in the world. Yeah, that's good. That's
Yes,
good
yes.
point for the Indian
That is the
economy.
things. But let's see how long it's continue and how this it's working. Seriously, India is 20 years behind China. India is obvious. India is behind China, 20 years behind China, but in some sectors, not all.
Yeah, I
After China,
I think
India is the superior.
it only possible when 2050 is crossed. Then what will
Yeah,
the
in
India?
2020, 2050, you will see that India is the superpower of the, not superior power. I'm talking about superpower. Superior power is like USA is trying to show that superior power. No, we are not trying to show that superior power, but we will be superpower.
Mhm.
We are the superpower, but not they don't accept as a superpower, but they will accept that in 2050.
Nowadays people learn about the US strategy, different president, like the Biden has gone before that the even the Trump was the prime minister. Even right now in the present time, the Trump is the president. Trump is a person only, he's a businessman. He only know about the previous, his history is about the businessman. Yeah, of course he's a leader, but I only focus more he is a businessman.
Which he's a businessman, USA.
Previous the when Trump is related to the business. He has a
Ah,
background.
he's a very, comedy. He's a comedian.
Comedian as well
He
as
was a
businessman.
comedian.
You want to see his history.
Yes, 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 yes. You are right. He's kind of businessman.
That's why he increasing tariff and more about focus on the yeah, he focusing on the like US economy. That's okay for their own country, but why other people he's neglecting? That is not a things good things. Okay, why they are neglecting to other countries and tariff and if in trade. Do you know WTO, World Trade Organization?
Trade organization.
Yeah, so the rules of that organization is for every country, not only for the US can do each whatever they like. Okay, So when
Yeah,
we
obviously.
make a constitution, when we make an any kind of rules and regulation, if any countries cannot flow, then other people, other country, how they are flowing? So it will be difficult. So that's why tariff is good for their own privacy, and they want to improve their own business, or they want to improve their economy on the base of your own country. That's good point. But if you exchange of, like, we are exchanging the culture, we are exchanging also the product, that is important. If, yeah, that's something like you don't want to apply for that much tariff in other countries goods and supply. So at least we remember that how much, what are the things. If your country economy is bad, then definitely you will try to focus little bit, right? But this must, the WTO is showing different strategy and their rules and their protocols. So they don't want to flow that. So what is the result of after? If you see after 2 years, US can lose everything. You want to see that? I hope, okay, from my experience, and I deserve that, maybe.
What kind of sector we don't have?
Hmm?
Someone mentioned we don't have some sector at all.
I think uh, even just if I were definitely, nowadays the war and different things, even you want to see Iran, and even you want to see
Mhm.
Palestine, even Israel, Russia, Ukraine. These are the war sector right now. This is only the US strategy. This is the US strategy. You want to focus. Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes US can back from there, sometimes US can participate in there. Most you want to see Israel war in Israel, the war is more implement by the US, what they are saying, what they are doing in Middle East, and this is uh, overtake to the Iran, and Iran, how will they will be resistance in there. So maybe it's will be difficult for the US also, because US have lots of military power, each and everything. But he this US also shows the power in all over the world. Like, this cannot the China cannot do these things to compare. Whatever doing US right now, every country's military, like organizations and different military ships, everything's in the sea beach level, like in different part of the world. So it shows that uh, US can protect like the world. Like, they are not protect, they are doing violence and fighting each others and killing the people.
Yeah, yeah, it's a their constitution, their rule, their regulation, but we can't interrupt these kind of things, because it will not be they will not be done like something openly or other anything like. But their rule and regulations, like, they can do anything easily. They have the people have a power to I mean, easily get the license of weapons and all. They carry weapons always everywhere. So if the incidents happen, it's a good thing for there, because and maybe there is a demand of something like, so they do they we don't mind it. And we don't have a problem with it. The problem is, we have a problem with like unnecessary things which they are doing in these days, like or always they are trying to do, not in these days. Sometimes earlier, when we are talking about 90s, 1964, 1990, that time the USA against India, but now now in supporting of India. So that kind of incident happened. It's a politics. There is nothing is fixed, nothing is permanent.
why
But the
why
earlier,
US is more linked to India? The reason, because to overtake to China. This is only the reasons behind.
yeah,
This
I
is the
know.
strategy of
Why?
US, okay? Because
Because of
India is a maybe within 2 to 3 years is the second, third largest economy. Maybe yeah, third largest nowadays. Japan, little bit like something margin by Japan is the third economy, but after 1 to 1.5 years, they overtake India will overtake to Japan. is the third largest economy within 2026 maybe. So that's why
2026, 27,
in Asia,
it
like
will be. It will be the third.
now you want to see Asia is the one of you want to see two countries like China, India. Even in military sector, Asia is one of the powerful continent. Okay, to
It
compare
is.
of.
It is. Today it is also like a. But if Russia is have a powerful like in the military and some technology, and USA, Britain and France, they have a technology, but their army is not like very superior like something. They are just a, I because there is some experiments people the kind of media person who try to ask some questions related to their people, so they are trying to tell us ki, we are doing for just money, for just for our future, for our this, for our body, for good money, good food, good this, good that. That's why. But when you are talking to the Indian army, then they will tell you the meaning of army. That's the difference. It make difference, and this difference makes the powerful one to one. Like if you allow us, there allow any like a military man from the USA and from India, then you will see the difference between the physical strength. Yeah, they
The
have the
Indians army
technology.
have a courage to do anything. I think the
Yeah.
Yeah, India, like Gorkha, they're the especially for Gorkha, they are
Hmm.
more
Gor
stronger.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Gor
Mhm.
Gorkha, you already we have the history of Gorkha, so that's why there is no any
Hmm.
yeah.
comparison of Gorkha regiment to other army in the world. So we cannot compare that because they are.
Yes.
Yeah, Gorkha Marcos are the special I think battalion, the clan
India and Nepal
exactly.
there's a connectivity which is creates the that's Gorkha is a very dangerous, you can say. Gorkha is the dangerous in the world.
Yeah.
They are looking very cute, simple, but don't just book by cover.
Yeah. Even if you want to see in UK, in India, most of our people from Nepal like go to Gorkha to joining their Gorkha regiment, and because they are earning
Britain
more
also have a
money.
Gorkha, but not like that.
No, India nowadays they have changed their schedule, but in previous history, Gorkha is originate from Nepal. The history is Gorkha is
Yeah, Gorkha.
originate from Nepal, okay, not from India. But nowadays,
Yes,
some
yes.
part of
Uh,
India,
Original from the Nagaland, I
No,
think.
no.
Nagaland,
The Assam.
Gorkha,
Nagaland is
Gorkha
Nepal.
originate from Gorkha is originate from India, but that time that Nepal region under the India. That's why we
Yeah,
call
exactly.
it originate from India. But
Listen,
now the reason,
yeah, that's I'm really I want to say, okay, when the British people British are capturing India that time, when Britain when capture all the India are captured by Britain, okay, some Britain the strategy, and when they came to Nepal, they are coming to Nepal to capture Nepal. That time we are fighting our Gorkha, our more peoples are fighting there. That's why on the basis of that times the people of from the Britain's army from they say Gorkha. Oh, we don't want to fight to Gokha. They already have the experience of that's why they say that Gokha. That's why the people from Nepal now go to army in Gokha, like the Gokha regiment. So that's why that's the name. But I think Nagaland, Sikkim, these are the part previous. I don't know Nagaland, but if you see go like Sikkim is a part of Nepal previous, but right now it is in India. So I really know about that the history of Nepal. Okay, so even you want to see Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand, okay, Uttarakhand is near from Nepal border. If you see there, most people speak Nepali, and this language also in Nepal. So like they speak Gadwali or Kumauli. So that's language is like similar to Nepal. So that's why uh, right now we have separate from different areas and different zone of Nepal, of course. But when the Balbhadra Kaur and Bhakti Thapa, Amar Singh Thapa, these are the one of the great men of Nepal who can protect our country. So when they are fighting from there to British, even they know the history right now. The name of Balbhadra Kuwar Bhakti Thapa is in Uttarakhand also. So they know about the name. So because of that, these are from Nepal. We have the history of that
yes, yes,
people.
there is an incident happened like Anglo-Nepal war.
Mhm.
That's their people who's live in the like very active. They fought against the that British, and that is the cause of creation of the Gorkha regiment.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I agree that.
That is the curiosity to the people curious to join the military and start the military and dress up and fresh up and using the all the weapons and all, and that the cause of creation the Gorkha regiment
Yeah,
in
when
I think
Nepal,
18
yeah,
14 to 14 to 16.
when Nepal won the game, when the this history war, this when the history war, it was a time and maybe 100 years ago, 200 years ago, I don't know exact time, but when they won the war, then they said that it's a Gorkha. We didn't fight to Gorkha. They already told that we don't want to fight to Gorkha. How they are fighting with this,
Mhm.
Khukuri, Khukuri. So we are fighting.
Yeah,
They
they
have
can
the
they
gun.
can
They have
easily
the gun. We are
kill
fighting
you with
by
a cookery.
this Khukuri and the Guleli. Said that's name in we say Matingra.
No, but there is so many, you can say privilege. They have a kind of privilege of some height and the hot, I mean, like a hot blood and
Mm.
in we say like strength. These three things and the reason, that reason where they grown up. That the reason
Yeah.
they are very curious. I
Even
mean,
you want
active
to see
and very
any
yeah,
game, if you are fear something your heart, then
they don't have
you
a
can
fear
lose
because
the
they
game.
grown up in a forest
Yeah, you
areas.
can lose the game if you are fear anything when you are practicing anything in your, you are doing any kind of extracurricular activities in any field. When you are fear about in your heart, you cannot, you can lose the game, of course. 100% I'm guaranteed that, even in cricket, even in different field, because when the motivation and energy can work together, then even if you are losing that, you want to exchange that game to win, you will win that game maybe, of course. But seem like that strategy, we can say that in Gorkha armies peoples are more brave, they are more strong, and believe that hot blood, like they don't want to excuse like, oh, we can die but we can go there. So that's the the braver, they are more braver.
Exactly. So, what do you understand? Like, what is the next stand of USA? Because China implement on them 125% tariff. What they will do? They will increase again.
No, no,
They will stop.
no increase. Even if there is increase, China will be increased. China also can increase because teach for that. China is doing for teach for that to the US. Of course, 100% that
Yes.
I'm guaranteed. But nowadays, US already know about what is the what happened in US right now. What is the situation in right now? Okay,
So
all the people
yes.
are facing difficulties in the product, like how they are buying in previous, they don't find that product, it's so expensive, how they don't want to purchase that. So of course, China has a more super power in exporting to compare of us also has bought, but to compare of China is more bigger than us. If you want to see in the collect data from there anywhere, okay. So it's
Obvious.
totally lose to, I think, also I think this definitely disadvantage from the both side. But one day China can believe that, I think why US can doing that, he or this the China know about that, the strategy why they are doing that. But against the losses of US, Trump, I already told you, Donald Trump is a businessman. He don't have he don't think like in the future, just think the current phase only, okay. He don't think about future, okay. Those leaders who cannot think about the future, this is not a leader, this is only the businessman. If you want to take only advantage, okay. For example, this is the airport. I want to purchase from the online platform, but I'm right now I'm sold it, but the price is only for 4,000. I will say that please purchase that in 6,000. You will purchase, but when you source this product in online, it is just 4,000. I just know you just believe that this person is just making marketing and earning money from there. Next time you don't want to purchase that. Same strategy, it can held in both two countries, but I think this
That's the That's why India is also like trying to India will also declare, I mean, implement the taxes, but they India decided that we will not implement right now. We will implement after 6 months. They delay. I mean, they put it in the corner for 6 months. Uh, After then, we will think what should we do,
Okay,
because
yeah.
India's strategy is like a middle path.
Yeah, India
Just
strategy
find the
always,
middle path
even
and
if you want to see
balance all the
Russia
countries.
and Ukraine war, Russia will not support to Ukraine, Russia will not support to even Russia. So they are in the middle point. So they already have that the strategy to, to give the delivery from both sides. Like, oh, if I want to choose like now Russia, then US can definitely tackle to, the economy of in India. So yeah, India have a strength that even the power up that can hold on the basis of that. I know about that.
Yes. But now in these days, USA in favor of Russia. That's why Ukraine president frustrated from the
You know,
USA US president. Yes. So
previous,
what is this trend? What is the
you know,
new way? What is the
Donald Trump have and the Russian president have a one plan is that if Putin can give if the agree to like US can agree to give the whole Ukraine, then there is another part in European countries that I don't know the forgot the name. The US told that this is our part. In previous, just Donald Trump told before 1 month ago, maybe that is from Denmark, near from Denmark. So that place is a separate countries, and there is a prime minister, but the US can control that because of in future, US can, you know, even save the power of he's sorry, it the US can protect the power from there because when they don't want to know about when they far from the Europe, then they are using this land for something. So, like in Greenland, do you know Greenland? Greenland, I know about right now. The name of the country is that is Greenland. So,
okay?
they
Yes,
are
yes,
doing
yes.
partnership. They are doing partnership
That
on
is
the.
between can yeah, that is there is a conflict between Canada and USA. So Canada is saying like it's our part, and they are saying like, oh no, there is an incident, something happened on that time between Canada and USA. That's why they implement more tariff on Canada too.
Yeah, nowadays nobody US has everybody's tariff in all the country, even the in all the country more than 100.
Yeah, because most of the things controlled by USA, like Google, YouTube, everything.
That's
So
why China is not
yeah,
using this application, no? Even when the China can make application, even you want to see TikTok is famous in US. You want to see if like just before one
they
to
ban, they ban,
3 months.
they ban,
No, but
they
right
ban
now
the
they
TikTok.
implement. They implement Donald Trump, Biden, administration. They close. Even though when the Donald Trump come to, we will ban. But after they have some, the Google CEO and they meet together and they also authorize. Oh, we will open again. They have sometimes they don't have the right decision. They don't take some things. Oh, we cannot use. But after that, again 1 month. Oh, we will use that. But there's some Trump can get more, margin of the TikTok. Like what I can say, like uh, I forgot the word. Okay, so getting some money, like I think percentage of taxes from this TikTok, more taxes. Okay, so even if you want to see TikTok and different application in Chinese, even a DeepSeek, just 1 month ago, DeepSeek has also come in this worldwide. It's one of the most downloaded application in the world. Okay, yeah, some application have advantage and disadvantage, of course. But why China is making why China is overtake to in technology by from the US also? The reason behind is that they have
Like
the
this is Chinese product, very costly,
yeah.
but not working well. It's a new,
Mm-hmm.
not working well. That's why we don't believe in Chinese product.
Ah, Of course, that's the way. That's the way you are talking. But China, some products, China, even you are using most of the
No, not
smartphone in
some
India.
products.
Wait,
Some
wait,
products is good.
wait.
Some just still some products is good. Not, and all the
Oh,
products are like
oh. Your
just
pen, the
we are
cost is,
normal.
the pen cost is less. That's why it is so, not, it's not expensive because it's not have that much creative on this pen. Even it's that whatever you are using, it's not flexible for you.
This is 1500. This is 3000. It's working well.
Mm.
It's Samsung. It's Chinese product. I need one more. There is another stylo from OnePlus. OnePlus it's working in a good OnePlus only. OnePlus is also Chinese product.
Most of the
But
phone like Vivo, this MI, these are phone product from China, but they are, of course, they
no,
have the part.
it is phone. I'm talking about like these things. Obviously, yeah, it is. They Chinese products in a good, and they are improving. Earlier, OnePlus is the good, very good company. But when the chargers blast, you heard so many news. The OnePlus chargers blast, and so many people die. So many people got accident, something like that. It's kind of this kind of incident happens earlier. Then no one believe in like no one buy, even people frustrated from these OnePlus and all, they don't believe. But now they improve their all the things. Now it's good in good a little. But but the product of USA or some like European country, that is, I know that is costly, but they are like a trustful, they are not harmful, they are sequence in a good. So that's why they are like they always try to do something in that way.
Of course, I think we are India using 80% of Chinese product. We are using 90 to 95% of Chinese product in Nepal because market in China is high. There are lots of that's why the China is growing. The reason one is that they are exporting more to all the country in the world, not
Yes,
only
but
India.
earlier we have a kind of different law and order for the Chinese, but now we have a different. That's why we ban 80, 100, 150 applications of China. It is not legal to use in India because they are misusing all the things. That's why. And the another reason, Oppo, Vivo, and all. Earlier there is a very it's a craze of all the things, but now no one asking about all the things. It's a very users are very less in these days. And the another thing, there is an Indian company buy the products of all the like Vivo and all and try to sell in the Indian market. There is a different way to use all the things.
Yeah,
Earlier, I just go in the market, the board of like Vivo, board of Oppo, MI, Redmi, OnePlus, and all. But in these days, no Vivo, not. I mean, phones are available, but some products working in the market like Vivo and Oppo all, but not all, because market of all the things is going down.
yeah.
But yeah, if they will improve and all, it will work. Otherwise,
I think
someone will take over. Even Indian company Jio is working on this sector. Within 1 or 2 years, they will take over India from
Geo
like
phones,
earlier.
Geo phone,
Yeah,
Geo
Jio phones.
smartphone, Geo
No,
smartphone.
no, Jio smartphone. They are developing Jio smartphone
Mhm.
and Jio everything like Jio smartphone, Jio tab, Jio phones and all. In upcoming era, it will be the map, the scenario will be changed.
Yeah, of course. That have the power of India economy. That is the power of Indian state and economy. I know about that. So, but you know, now even in like India is just definitely that. But other country they will purchase from China. Of course, 100%. I'm guaranteed that. It's so cheap to compare of Indian product when the India
So,
can
but
really.
yeah, obvious. Always Pakistan trust on China. Always going to hell. So what can I do? because they always try to launch their launch vehicle to go to the Chandrama. That missile will go to the Chandrama, but it come back on the same land. So obvious you can believe, but we can't say that it will be successful.
I think the power in if they are using this cheapest they are using the cheapest, they are not using cheapest product, they are delivering the cheapest product to the world. Okay, they are using original.
They are not
uh,
using. They don't use.
yeah,
They use in a different way, but they sell in a different way.
yeah. Even you want to see nowadays Chinese iPhone, but this is the same to same iPhone, but this is not the original iPhone. Okay, they are in the copy paste from this.
Chinese iPhone.
Yeah. One of my friend told me
Okay.
that the iPhone, iPhone is also made in China. Do you know? Do you believe that iPhones, like the iPhone company is also brands in China. They are also making from China.
No, no, no.
You don't know? Right now in Mumbai there is an iPhone, making brands. Do you know about that?
Mumbai,
Yeah.
China's Chinese company.
No, no, no. The US company Apple.
No, there is a manufacturing company.
Yeah,
It's in
manufacturing
India.
means I'm telling also same manufacturing company.
So manufacturing means not the origin things. No, no,
No,
it's
I
not
know,
like
I
that.
know, I know. The phone are made in that location. Where is the company? Okay, main or the part of, but they are here to manufacture. Okay,
Yeah, manufacturing here, then go to there, and then they sell to the world. Yes, it's happened
yeah,
in world's digital market.